Hi Cancer, welcome to How Love Tarot. This is your December 2022 reading brought to you from a very spiritual island of Kauai, Hawaii. So your reading is going to be a little bit different. I've already pulled your oracle card sitting here. I'm finishing off pulling your tarot. Spirit may have the outcome from now to the end of December for Cancer. For those of you that have never seen me before, I'm a psychic and a medium. I'm going to be looking at 4 different areas of your life. Well, actually 5. I'm going to be looking at the overall energy. I'm going to be looking at the present position. I'm going to be looking at the strength, the challenge, and the overall outcome. Spirit, may I have the outcome, please? If the present position doesn't make sense to you, then this is not your reading. And one more, Spirit. May I have one more for the outcome? And I'll go over the cards with you in just 1 second. Oh, this doesn't feel right, Cancer. Thank you, Spirit. And we have the Strength card. Okay, Cancer. What we have in your present position, I apologize for the big hand in the shot there. So we have the Palace of Coins. We have the 5 of Swords in the reverse. And we have the Hermit. Now, what's going on here is there's a change of circumstances. This does feel extremely financial. So there is a change of circumstances in some type of form of abundance. So probably money, but it could be anything else such as environment, to do with work or how you obtain money or how you obtain resources. So that is very strong in this energy right now, in the present energy. It also feels like it's a even though it's the Palace of Coins, it looks like something has a new beginning. It's in its early stages, and it is it's not quite there in front of you right now, like you're not experiencing it, but you're about to. And it's going to bring forward many different elements. There's going to be a lot of, it just feels like kind of like this magical luminous energy. There's going to be kind of like a naivety to it. So this may be something that you have not experienced before. So that is definitely very, very, that may be the strongest card that I'm picking up here for you in this reading. It does feel like as a result of this change that is occurring, that what's going to happen is that you're going to withdraw. So there's a situation that as you deal with this, we have the Hermit here in the upright position. So what's going to happen is that you're going to withdraw, and you may be, it just feels like you're going to be focused is what it is, rather than deliberately withdrawing. It just feels like your energy is extremely focused now in the Hermit. In the 5 of Swords in the reverse, it feels like you've been in conflict about a situation surrounding this for such a long time, and there's been many, like it feels like a waiting game, and it feels like you finally had a couple of things occur that have made the process of elimination much more easier for you. So you're not in conflict about this situation anymore, and that's why I feel like it's going to gain some momentum and strength, because as soon as conflict ends about a situation or a direction to go in, it will move pretty quickly, or the barriers start coming down. Now, this is a general reading, so I'm getting kind of different things for you. So let's see how the energy moves forward. Here in the strength position, we've got the Star card. So in the strength position, this is something that's going to happen that you don't have to do anything about. You don't have to force it. You don't have to make it happen. It's just what's going to happen within your energy from now to the end of December. So we have the Star card, which is healing. So there is a certain situation that has caused you a lot of pain in your life, right? We have the Six of Swords in the upright position, and it has to do with a person, it looks like, because we've got now then the King of Swords, right? So it looks like you're a situation that caused you a lot of angst. Looks like it's a relationship. Looks like it's a powerful relationship with the King of Wands. But it does feel like more of an authority relationship. So it does feel like it's more of a, I don't know, well, it doesn't really matter what kind of relationship it is. It's just that you're healing from it, and it feels really positive, actually. It doesn't feel negative. So, and it doesn't feel like it's a, it feels like it's easy and effortless, right? So something around in regards to timing is very good. And it also feels like whoever this person is it feels like they've taken stock, they've taken inventory, and they're very passionate about things moving forward in a good direction. Now, for some people, this has to do with family, because that's what it feels like, and others it has to do with another type of relationship, but it does feel like more family-related relationship. But if you can't take that, it's definitely a relationship. So that's sitting in your strength. Now, alternatively, same thing occurs with the challenge, right? You don't have to do anything about the challenge. The challenge is just what's going to happen. So what we have is the Page of Swords in the reverse. We have the Lovers in the upright. And we have, to clarify that, we have the Knight of Cups in the reverse position. So it feels like in the challenge, you have a relationship here which is different than this one right here. I can feel the difference in the energy. And in this relationship, it doesn't look like you're going to be speaking a lot about what it is that you're thinking. It feels like you're holding back, but it looks like it's a very deliberate holding back. So and the reason for that, so here's another relationship situation here in the Lovers. There's a situation here with the Knight of Coins in the reverse, where the relationship, there's some type of relationship that you're involved in that has its challenges, but what's happening is with the Knight of Coins in reverse, the relationship, aspects of the relationship are going faster than anticipated. So the challenge is adjusting. So there's an awareness here in the Page of Swords that you are being more of the observer and not necessarily needing to put your opinion across. But it's a challenge as you adjust. And it doesn't feel negative in any way. It just feels like it's an adjustment. And here in the outcome, so this is related to that kind of what the reading started off with, which is this Palace of Coins. So in the Palace of Coins, in the beginning, I saw this kind of big change, this energy that's overruling this entire reading. And this is connected to it, which is the Tower, the Death card, and the Strength card. So there's a powerful change that is taking place by your hand in the month from now to the end of December. And it does, for many of you, it does have to do with abundance. It does have to do with finances. It does have to do with perhaps how you're going to utilize your resources. And it does feel like utility, right? Utilizing your resources. So it looks like with the Tower, the Death card, and the Strength card, there's been something that has needed to, like, I feel like there's a shift of consciousness here in your energy where you're doing something you're tearing down the normal way that you do things, literally, right? With the tower, right? You're creating, you're stepping outside the boundaries of the mold, and you're transforming into a situation that will, it does feel like it's something that you've been kind of wanting to do for a very long time. And it's not a leap of faith energy. It's putting all your energy and your focus into that. So that is very apparent, but it does feel extremely successful to me. But take it slowly is what I can feel, right? Take it slowly. Don't jump into anything that is going to be risky, that you don't have control over. Here in the Oracle, in the Oracle of Visions, we have 2 different cards for you. We have balance and equality, and I'll go into that one first. So this has to do, I can tell the energy now, this again has to do with whatever situation you're dealing with in regards to abundance and changing everything up. So balance and equality, it states, if I'm losing balance in a pose, I stretch higher and God reaches down to steady me. It works every time, not just in yoga. That's a quote by Terry Guillemetz. In this card, what it means is, despite our differences, by changing our position, stance, or direction, we may find a common ground and jointly interact. This process is made easier when both sides participate in unison. A jester performs his dance, strength and motion combine, and in one instance he remains frozen in a perfect poise. In his hands he balances 2 masks of opposing shapes, despite their fundamental differences. His dancing form positions them so their opposites are transformed and their shape now morphed to one, of complementary yin and yang harmony. Balance by default requires equality of purpose, position, and desire. Both sides of a pivotal point must consider the position of the other. If one side fails to cooperate, balance is lost. And that's what it feels like in regards to this abundant situation. It feels like you found a way to balance this out, but you're going in an opposite direction than you've ever gone before. And but because you're finding the balance, you will find the flow, and it will flow to you. And that feels very strong. Here in this particular card right here, number 16, distance, isolation, perspective. Here we go, tying into the Hermit over here. Distance not only gives nostalgia, but perspective and maybe objectivity. And that's a quote by Robert Morgan. So in this card, what it means is physical distance or emotional detachment serve to gain us a greater comprehensive view. Distance may also provide a clearer overall perspective than a close-up would. From this vantage point, we can often take the big picture and reach different conclusions. A solitary woman strolls behind a desolate beach, her isolation providing a point of reflection. Distanced from the influence of others, this is a scene of personal contemplation. The floating monoliths provide perspective and suggested distances with greater emphasis than would be an empty sky. Perhaps representing issues in her life, their distance reinforces her isolation, but may also provide her with the perspective and clarity of vision that she is seeking. We need to strike a balance when assessing a situation. Are we too closely involved, or should we step back? So all of this, to me, ties in. It has to do with you reaching that shift of consciousness and understanding that kind of balance point in your life and having greater perspective and finding equality. You know, there's this kind of theme coming up of balance, reflection, perspective, isolation, and understanding now what happens next. So that is coming through in your reading very strongly. Cancer, that is your reading. I hope it helped from the sacred island of Kauai. I hope this reading was different and it resonated. You take care.